Good morning and welcome. My name is Christy Denny's. I'll be your Miami trainer today. Welcome to your class, Agent 3000 Part 2, Lead Capture Strategies. From miamirealtor.com, we're going to roll down into the middle of the page, click on the Miami Gateway. We're putting in our username and password so that we can access our resource panels, and we'll be working on Agent 3000 today, where you can create landing pages, access social media tools, create websites, and more. I have Agent 3000 as one of my favorites. I'm going to click on the icon so I can open up the program. Now, in our previous class, we did go over setting up our settings. We also discussed our dashboard, our buyer registration, listing concessions, okay to advertise search. We reviewed our Meet Eve, our new AI options where we can create listing remarks and access a content editor. We talked about brand and market new, where we went ahead and created ebooks, accessed worksheets and checklists, created year-over-year market snapshot videos, branded infographics, monthly market snapshots, a listing infographic, and a market trend infographic. The next section we're going to go into is the Realty Biz Card New. We're going to click and it'll open up a new menu where we're going to begin to set up our digital business card. Click on Realty Biz Card Setup. Your full menu will always be on the left-hand side. And we have 2 videos to help us and guide us through the process if you happen to be setting this up at a later time. Now, as I move through here, each step is numbered with instructions. And step 1 will be simply to name your business card. Now, we don't want to add any spaces or periods here. And we want to put in first name, last name. It doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. As I move through here for step 2, we want to add in our subtitle. So that can be realtor, broker, real estate professional, or GRI. Now, if you have the realtor membership, not the realtor associate membership, but the realtor membership, and you'd like to add the phrase realtor, you can. How would I do this? I would simply select the word with the registration symbol, and then I would paste it in. Then I'd put a little comma, and we are also real estate professionals, for example, so I'd add that as well. Now, if you don't remember your membership, I do have a tip for you. You can always go back into your resource panel, and where you can find your first name and your last name, there's a drop-down arrow. Here, you can always find your license information and details. When it comes to the type of membership you had, another tip is that you have a section that's called the Miami Dashboard. Here you can click and find all of your personal information pertaining to your membership. As you scroll down, do you see where mine says staff membership? This is where you would look to see the type of membership you have. If it happens to say realtor membership, then go ahead and use realtor. If it does not, and it says something else like Realtor Associate, you are unable to use the trademark. If you'd like to update your trademark, you can always contact the membership department. I'm going to move on down, and now that we have our subtitles in place and we know how to find out our type of membership if we forgot, as well as our license and NRDS information, we're going to go into step 3. This is to choose a template of what you'd like your card to look like. You do have 5 different templates to choose from, and all of them are available in a light mode as well as a dark mode. Let's tap on template 1 light. You can see it, but if you click on it, you can see it a little bigger. Here's template 1. Let's take a look at template 2, which looks great. Take a look at template 3. Template 4. And then lastly, we'll take a look at template 5. So you're going to pick the template that best suits you. I'm going to choose template 3 in the light. I like the idea of being able to link multiple sites. So up at the top, I'm going to be able to add in my photo, pick my own background. Agents will be able to share their business card and allow their potential customers to search listings. You can share this with your customer. You have a QR code. Your customer can download this right into their phone, and they can access all of your social media and any links that you'd like to share, including the seller guide and the buyer guide that I showed you this morning. They'll be able to access your direct phone number, text you, email you, and access your broker office. They'll be able to search listings at the bottom as well. The About section will give them your biography. They can leave you and view reviews, and then they can also text you from the bottom. Step 4 is where I'm going to be able to add in my image. You simply click on Choose File, pick your headshot from your computer. Step 5, you're going to be able to select that background image by clicking on Select Image. From here, I have 2 images that you may not have. The rest of them are available for you to choose from. You can choose any of the ones that are there, or you can upload your own background image. So if you'd want to upload your own, it is customizable. I'm going to choose Miami Trainers on the top right, and then I'm going to put it in place by clicking Select on the top right-hand corner of my screen at the bottom. Now, if you already have existing testimonials, you can pull these and sync them every morning at 2 a.m. You are able to access them from Zillow, Google, or Yelp. If you need further instructions, there's a link that you can, I combined click and link. There's a link that you can click on so that you can pull those in. Now, if you need additional instructions, you can roll up to the top of the page and you have an entire tutorial on how to get your reviews from Google, Zillow, or Yelp into your business card. You also have a YouTube video URL. This is fully optional, and you're able to use this space to introduce yourself. If you have a video, that is awesome. If you do not have a video at this time, you can simply leave it blank. Number 8, you are able to override the home finder icon. The home finder icon is the search of the MLS. If you have your own IDX search from your own website and you'd like to pop it into here, you can, or you can simply leave it blank. Number 9 is going to be the space where you're going to add in your biography. And then number 10 is where you can add in all of your links. I've added MLS client. I've added my testimonial page. I've added a seller guide, a buyer guide. I've added my social media like Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. If you want to add a link, I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to delete, for example, my Instagram, and we'll add it in together. To add in your own link, you're going to start by clicking on the top left-hand corner of section 10 to access. Click here to create a new link in the green. Now it's going to give me some instructions of how I'm supposed to add in the link. I'm going to click on close and I'm going to add it with you. I'm going to find the red, and where it says name and the word empty, I'm going to name the link. So here I'd like to add in my Instagram. Then I'm going to check it off. The system's going to upload it successfully. I'm going to click close, and then I'm going to put the entirety of the link. www.instagram.com/CDMiamiRE. That is going to be my handle. I'm going to check this off to confirm. And then I finish the process by selecting an icon. If one of the 3 steps, close, is not completed, the link will not be active, and so it will not allow you to view the card. I'm going to roll on down. I'm going to save the digital business card. I'm going to click on close, and then part 11 is going to let me view my card. So from here, here's my headshot. Here is my background image. My customers can search for properties if they want to by street number, MLS number. They're able to create a radius or view just my listings. I'm also able to share my business card. I can share it by text or through email. You're able to click to provide a QR code. They can download their information right into their phone. They have the links I decided to share, and there's my contact information with my reviews at the bottom. Okay. Now that I have this in place, how do I get it to my phone? To get it to the phone, you're going to scan the QR code with your current phone. And I'm going to try to share my phone with you so that you can see the process. Okay. I'm going to open up my camera. All right. I'm going to open up the QR code. And once my QR code has been opened, my next step is I'm going to click on the three dots. Mine are to the bottom, yours may be to the top. Once I click on these three dots, I'm going to tap on share. And then I'm going to push down and find add to home screen. I can name it. And add. Now from here, I'm able to tap and share. So whenever they ask me, I can go ahead and click on the blue button. I think this is a better option. Why? Because then I am forced to ask you for your phone number. And what's the benefit of that? I now have your contact information. So if I just share my business card with you, the traditional paper business card, then I have to wait for you to call me. If I share this with you by either email or text, now we have contact information and we can share with you. All right, let me go ahead and move back. Moving back into Agent 3000, I'm going to click to close out this option, but this is how you set up a virtual business card. Did you guys stay with any questions? Did you like the program? Good morning again, by the way. Brianna, how are you? Carla, welcome back. Chris, hello, hello. Deanne, welcome back. Jennifer, Marissa, Olisa, Reginald, how are you guys this morning? Good morning. All right, so we've got our business cards in place. You do have a QR code and email signature. So if you'd like to add these to your signatures, you can. You have option 1, which is simply a QR code with your contact details. You have option 2, which is your headshot, your details, and a QR code. And then you have option 3. So you would copy the HTML and then scroll down to find your specific email carrier. So a lot of us have Gmail. So you would click on the Gmail email signature and it'll take you through the process. You're going to move directly into your Gmail, go to see all settings, click on the general tab until you find your signature, click on the plus button, give your signature a name, paste your signature and save the changes. This will create this particular signature. Or if I copied this HTML, the second option, so that all of the emails that you send out are branded to you. All right. This was able to be created based on the Realty Biz card information we added. So we've got a digital business card, we have email signatures, we have a tab that's called reviews. Within the reviews, you are able to add new reviews to your card. You have a section that says new review on the top right-hand corner of the screen with a little plus sign. You're able to tap on that. You can add in the name of the person who gave you your review. You can paste in the review that they gave you, and then you can save it. This will allow you to highlight testimonials that you received from past customers or through email onto your business card. If your customers have messaged you, you'll be able to access those messages from here. And you can also see the activity. So how much are you sharing your business card? And that's Realty Biz Card. I hope that you can use it, that you can make it part of your business. Again, it is included in the program. It does not have any additional costs. I'm going to move into the next section, which is called your Open House New tab. I'm going to tap on here and we're going to work this program. If anybody has an MLS that they'd like to share with me, I'd be happy to use it as the example. If not, I'll just search the MLS. That's okay. So within Open House New, you have a section that's called Open House Page. So this is called an open house registration. Anytime that you visit an open house or that you host an open house, you're going to have a piece of paper or a sign-in section where anyone coming in is going to fill out their information for security purposes. You're also able to follow up with all of the guests that came to your open house, and you're also able to share with your seller the success of your open house with how many people attended. So most of us have hosted an open house before or will host an open house. And so these papers, if we lay them out for the public to fill out their information, sometimes the handwriting can be very difficult to make out when I want to go ahead and follow up with them. So they've created a more modern approach. What we would do is we would add in our MLS number. Good morning, Carla. I don't see any MLSs in the chat, so let me go find an MLS number. Actually, we can do one from here. Okay to advertise. Yes, attribution not required. Let's do our minimum. I'm going to pick residential, single family, active, city of Miami Lakes, and then I'm going to search. Now, should you be using OK to advertise for an open house flyer or registration page? No, because, oh, I have none in Miami Lakes. Let's do Hialeah. Search. Oh, of course. I forgot the price point that I put in here. Okay. I'm going to copy one of these MLSs so that we can do the example, but you do not want to use OK to advertise for your open house pages. You want to simply use only your open houses. So your listings would go here. I'm going to pick one just for the example. All right. So I've put in an MLS number. Now from here, I'm going to search my pages so I can see all of the pictures, and then I'm going to pick the best picture as my initial photo. Then I'm going to roll down to the bottom and I'm going to pick the date of my open house. Today's the 7th. I'm planning on doing my open house on the 9th, and I have a light or a dark theme. I'm going to go with the dark theme. And I'm going to be requesting first name, last name, email, phone number, if they're working with another agent, where did they hear about this open house, as well as how soon are they looking to purchase. From here, I can also add my photo. My contact information is here. Number 7 is to add this person into a specific group, but this is only available for those who have the upgrade. There's a QR code. This is going to be a property website. And then once I've captured their information, the system will automatically send to them a thank you for attending. Thank you for visiting us at 19740 West St. Andrews. Hello, thank you for being a guest at the open house located at. Click here to view your property details. And then at the bottom, I can save, but this is editable if you'd like to change anything around here. I'm going to click on save. I'm going to click on close. And then I'm going to roll down. So from here, you have click here to open. We have email link, and you have the ability to edit or delete on the right-hand side. Email link, this is great if you need to email yourself the link of the open house registration page, if you want it on another device. Here you have the click here to open. And this is what that looks like. So everybody that's coming in, they can put in their first name, last name, their email, their phone number. Are they working with another realtor? They can say yes. If they say yes, they say, okay, well, what's their name? Sometimes that'll deter them and they'll put, actually, no, I'm not working with anybody. I'm looking to move in or buy, just looking. How did I find this open house? I'm going to say a friend, and then I'm going to sign in. And then the next person can sign in with you. So it's very modern. It looks very good. You did it all with an MLS number. And you're already taking care of a few things at once. You are capturing lead information. You are making sure your open house, you're taking steps to make sure that it's safe by registering everyone who attends. And you're also following up by sending them that thank you. Now, here it says open house guests. This is everyone who went to your open house. You can roll down to the bottom and you can export all your contacts, or if you've done this more than once, you can say, okay, well, export everything from this month. So if you wanted to do an additional mail out to them or email blast to them, you have their information and it will tell you what they answered. How soon are they looking to purchase? How did they hear from the open house? Are they working with a realtor? If they are, what's the realtor's name and what open house they attended? Did you guys like this? If I wanted to add a little bit to this, it's already good. Let me go into my open house page. It's already good. But this morning we talked about these really cool books under brand and market new, and they're called your branded ebooks. And we created some today. You can take something like the first time home buyer guide and you can open up this PDF and copy it. So once you have your PDF URL, and I copied that link, you can move back down into your open house new, open house page, and we can come back in and we can edit our Hialeah open house. We're going to click on the edit button, and I can also say, click here to access a free first time home buyer guide. I can select click here. I can use the linking tool in the second row of tools. It looks like a paper clip. And then I can paste that URL of the book, click on OK, and I'm actually also sending them some additional resources. And you can add anything you want here. Clicking on save. Oh, I have to click my photo again. There we go. Save, close. So now every time I send this out, they're also going to get not only a property website, but my first time home buyer guide. All right. Let's move into our next section. Our next section is called NetSheets New. You have this available for sellers and buyers. So I'm going to tap on the seller NetSheet. You can add in your photo, you can add in your logo. The program already wants to pull it from your settings, and you can add in your seller's name. So I'm going to put Mr. and Miss Seller. I'm going to put in, well, you can add in a MLS number. I'm going to put in pre-listing, and then I can add in their address, 123 Sample Street, Miami, Florida, 33133. Then I'm going to create the seller sheet. This will give me the ability to put down expenses which sellers are obligated to pay or required to pay when they're interested in selling their home. And then we can add in up to 3 different scenarios that we can then calculate and see or give them an estimate of how much money they're going to stay with once they sell the property. So under mortgage and liens, we can add in if they need to pay off their first mortgage, their second mortgage, if they have any HOA assessments, loans, or equipment for home, if they have any closing costs and what they may be, any repairs, their pre-marketing inspection or expenses, and then it'll give them some estimates at the bottom as I fill out information. It's all branded to you. So if you'd like to have this as part of your listing presentation, you have this for sellers. You also have this for buyers. This will give them an idea. This will give them an idea of the total amount of money that they're going to need at the closing table so that they're able to have their property. That'll give them some information like purchase and loan details. It'll give them some options regarding escrow and title items, contract items, buyer credits, impounds, and then this is able to be signed as well. Your signature. So you have the seller net sheet and the buyer net sheet to talk figures and financing with your customers. All right, moving on down, you have calendar. Calendar is part of the upgrade website and the drop down arrow. This is how you can maintain your Agent 3000 website. This is also part of the upgrade, but landing pages are included. So I'm going to tap on landing pages and we're going to work this option. What is a landing page? The landing page will allow you to generate potential leads through your social media. Why? You're going to provide your customers something in exchange for their email and their phone number. And you can pick anything you'd like to add here. So for example, let's say I'm going to do, this is a good one. What is my property value? I'm going to give it a name, and this is me offering a CMA. Then where it says add contact info, I'm going to say, yes, I'd like to add that contact info into my landing page. What image would you like? Would you like an image or would you like a map view? I'm going to select an image and I can either choose to upload my own picture or I can choose from the pictures that are below. I'm going to pick this image here, and then I'm going to select on the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, green button, and now I have my picture. Now my message on social media is going to go in here, but it's blocking my house. We're going to use something called a dialog BG opacity bar. In other words, we're going to take this small blue circle and we're going to drag it under the white square. Then we're going to release it and it creates a really nice transparency, and then I can add in my call to action. My call to action is going to be the same. What is my property value in 2026? Then I'm going to click on it and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger with clicking bolds. I'm going to center it. And then on the last row where it says size, I'm going to update the size to 72 looks really big. 48. What is my property value? Then there's a button text and it says, send me my free list now. I'm not sending a list, but my free analysis now. And then where are these leads going to go? I need to put in my email address. Can they continue with Facebook? I'm going to say yes. What are the required fields that your customer or potential customer needs to add in to get the valuation? I'm going to do name, phone number, and email. I could do required address, but a lot of people are not comfortable with that. So I'm going to leave it blank, even though I need an address to do a valuation. Here it says optional group and optional drip campaign options. This is going to be the paid version. You can also text a response. Again, this is also paid version, so we're going with the free stuff. So I'm going to click redirect to URL. I need their information, so I'm going to use my Agent 3000 webpage, and I'm going to go into property owner where it says home valuation request, and I'm going to use this link. That's going to ask them for their name, their email, their phone number, their address, bedrooms, baths, so that I'm able to provide them a valuation. And then at the bottom, I'm sending them a follow-up email. So the email, I'm going to go with the same name. What is your home value? And then here you're going to draft an email for them. Roll on down and click submit. Click on close and you are ready to go. So I'm going to roll down to the bottom. Create my own. All right, this is what we made. So I'm going to choose the link. And look how good it looks. On the top left-hand corner, you have 3 lines. This is our contact information. What is my property value in 2026? They can continue with Facebook, or they can add in their first name, last name, and email. Get me my free analysis now. And then it takes them right over to my page where they can send in the information so that I can get them their valuation done. How do I promote it? I would take this link, copy it, and then I would move into my social media, like Facebook. Paste in my URL. What is I'm going to put in here, find out your property valuation for 2026. I'm going to click next and post. And now anybody who clicks on it will come across my details and get their analysis. All right, so what if you do not have this additional website and you still want to make a page? I have other ideas for you. This is the first-time home buyer approval checklist. That could be a great one for first-time home buyers. So let's do another example. All right. My first thing I want to think about is, what am I giving away, to prompt them to give me their username and their email and their phone number. So we're going to move into brand and market new, and you've got a plethora of options here. The worksheets and checklists are so good. You can select the worksheet and you have different options here. So let's say I wanted to do the pre-approval checklist. I can go ahead and select this, create my worksheet, click on close, and I want to pull this information. Once it's ready, I want it in a PDF format so I can add it as a link. So I'm going to click here to view. Once I have my pre-approval checklist, I'll go back into Agent 3000 and I'm going to go into our landing pages. From within our landing pages, I'm going to give it a name. So our name is pre-approval checklist. For first-time home buyers. I'm going to copy it. And yes, I'd like to add in my information. I'm going to select an image. Let's do an image where you have some buyers. I'm going to choose this one. Click on select. We have our dialog BJ opacity bar, meaning blue circle under the white circle, creating transparency, our call to action. Then we're going to bold, center, and increase the size to 48. We're going to roll down and we're going to say, instead of send me my free list now, send me my free checklist now. Email address where my leads are going to go. And I'm going to ask for their name, their phone, and their email so that they can get it. And I'm going to redirect them to my guide by copying this link and pasting it right where it says response text or destination. And here is my email that they're also going to get. So this will be my pre-approval checklist for first-time home buyers. And you can say, thank you for your interest in my pre-approval checklist for first-time home buyers. By the way, is there any specific criteria, features that you're interested in? You can completely edit this however you'd like. But I also want to add in that link right over here, just in case they lose it here in the initial pop-up, they can get it in their email as well. So I'm going to highlight, use my linking tool, which looks like a paper clip, paste that URL, and then press OK at the bottom. Scroll on down, submit the changes, click on close, and now we have a new landing page. And you do not need a special website to create it. They put in their first name, their last name, their contact details. They get their free, oh, that's not it. Submit, close. Let's roll all the way to the bottom. There it is. Okay, pre-approval checklist for first-time home buyers. They put in their first name, phone number, there's their checklist. And there they get it. They're going to need identification, income and asset details, the biggest factors, and then our contact information. And you have another example of landing pages that you can create. If you'd like to edit these, on the right-hand side, there's a little edit button where you can come back in and you can edit anything. I'm going to update that slightly, submit, close. The information is updated the moment you save it. I may want to delete some of these. Okay. All right, guys, those are your landing pages. A great way to capture leads, capture contact information. You can also decide that you'd want to boost these or make a digital ad out of these. But anything that you're posting, you want to be able to get them offline, access their information, be able to follow up with them. All right. Moving into the next section, this is our social media tools. I'm going to open this up. You have a Facebook marketing. You have Facebook marketing tutorials created by Sean and Agent 3000 that you can watch at any time. You also have a website screenshot sharer. What is that? That is your ability to take a screenshot of anything that you want. So for example, let's say I want to share with everyone the renewal information. I can take the site, copy it, move back into Agent 3000 and paste that URL. I can also add a layer that says click to view and turn it 30 degrees and get the screenshot. You can do this for anything, any website. Then I'm going to roll down. Here's the page I want to share, and I can share it either by downloading the screenshot, or the better way is to post it directly. So let's say I'm going to post it to Facebook. Next, share. All right, as that loads, it will load this particular page and a person can click on it. And when they do, they go directly to whatever page you linked for them. Okay, so as I move through Agent 3000, we're going to move into listing collage post. All right, this is another great way that you can advertise properties on your social media. This morning, we did these really wonderful property websites. The listing collage, I think, is a great fit for both Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and pull another MLS number. I'm going to use our OK to advertise search on the left-hand side, and I'm going to choose yes attribution, not required. I'm going to pick a minimum price point of 5 million, and then I'm going to pick residential property. Roll on down, active, and looking for single family. I'm going to roll on down and I'm going to click on search and see what I got. All right, I got quite a lot of properties. I have 43 properties that are available. I'm going to click on the initial image to see which one I'd like to choose. Number 3 looks really nice, so I'm going to copy the MLS number of this OK to advertise listing. Then I'm going to move right back into social media tools so that I can find the listing collage post and paste the MLS number. Once the system has found it, I'm going to click on it, accept my terms. So we do have an authorization needed. This listing was listed by Lux Properties. By checking accept terms, you acknowledge that you know this is not your listing and that you have to receive permission, right? From the listing agent and brokerage to advertise this property, we recommend that you receive written permission to protect yourself. Violation of these terms could pose monetary and/or criminal penalties, as well as termination of your Miami membership. This is true, but we specifically picked properties that were okay to advertise, which gives us approval from both the agent and the brokerage so that we can advertise this property. Keep in mind, you can never say that this property is your listing. Now, from all of the really nice pictures, I only have 5 spaces, so I'm going to make the most of the images that I have. You're going to select the images and you're going to drag them into place. I have some with that dusk look, and it looks like we also have some of the properties, shots of the property at the bottom. I'm going to choose some of the images here. I wish they had one more dusk view. I'll pick another interior shot and then I'll create my collage. Okay, I'm going to roll on down. Here's my really nice collage that I made. I'm going to click here to download the screenshot. I'm going to share so that you can see what I can see. And I can add this into either my Facebook or my Instagram. Opening up a new tab. I'm going to roll down into create, post, pull the image, and hopefully I can quickly locate it. Let's go into recents, open. Open, go to the original, next, next. I have some talking points here. You can add your location, add some music, and you have another really nice post that took you 3 seconds to make with an MLS number. Done. So again, that was inside of Agent 3000. We're working under social media tools, listing collage post, and you were able to do all of that with an MLS number. Let me check our chat. Any of these worksheets, checklists in Spanish? That's a great question. At this time, no. The only thing that I have in multiple languages is going to be the remarks and the AI options. So the AI remarks or the AI content creation But when it comes to any of these templates, they're all currently in English. If you guys would like to offer feedback, we do have an email that's available, support@agent3000.com. He always loves to know more about his product or service, how you guys are relating to it, how you're using it, and of course, feedback. We've got some social media memes, my memes, and meme generator. So how do these work? You have some examples here. It says social media memes, and you have different memes that have already been created for you. So for example, be a nosy neighbor, what's my home worth, free instant home valuation, what did their house sell for, find your new home. And here you would anchor that image. So for example, I want to move into my website. I'm going to copy it, go back into Agent 3000 and paste my website. It doesn't have to be an Agent 3000 website. It can be any link from the internet. And then once you have your website pasted, then you pick the image you want and how you want to share it. If you want to share this through Facebook, Pinterest, or LinkedIn, you click on the icon and it will load onto that program. Facebook is mad with me today. And here we have it. And you can post it and they will go directly to the web page that you linked, which is a little bit different than what we created when it came to the landing page, because the landing page actually asks for them to add in their contact information. If you like this, but you want to make your own thing, you have something called a meme generator. With the meme generator, you can click on background and you can select from the background images that are available or any of your own custom images. These are the ones that are available. Select. And then where it says text and font, you can do something cheeky here for a meme. That you want to add. You would write what you want to say. Add text, and then it'll be available here. You can take it and make it a little bit smaller. And then if you want to add more, you can just make it a little longer so that you have your meme in place. Number 1, call me. Okay, so I'm going to add that. You can change the color if you want. You can change the size. You can make it bold. And then you can move it around on the screen to create your own meme here. If you'd like to add additional clip art, you have your clip art section here that you can choose from. And then you can save the image. And then all of the memes that you create are under My Memes. And then it gives you the same option that we found under under social media memes, but these are the ones that you've created yourself. Imagine you lived here, upgrade your lifestyle. I did that with a collage post. I did the infographic. I've done other options here if you just want to add in an image to it. So then you would add in, again, your website to anchor the meme. And the whole idea is to have an image instead of text to get somebody to go to this site, whatever meme you created. Pick the way you want to share it. And they'll go directly to the site that you posted. All right. Moving into Agent 3000, we're going to keep going. So far, we've covered our social media tools. Moving on down to our video tours. Video tours are part of the upgrade, so I'm going to move on down until I get to flyers. If you want to create a flyer, you can create many flyers. You can do a 1-photo flyer, 4-photo flyer, a 10-photo flyer, an open house flyer, or a just listed, just sold for rent flyer. Now to do any of these flyers, all you need is an MLS number. So I'm going to move back into our OK to advertise. And let's find a flyer. Yes, attribution not required. We're going to do a minimum price point of 10,000. We're going to do residential. We're going to do single family, and we're going to do active. Let's do residential rental. Okay. I'm going to roll on down and I'm going to search. Okay, here are some of my rentals that are available for me to advertise. I've picked my property, so I'm going to select my MLS number. I'm going to move on back. And we're working on a flyer. I'm going to do the just listed, just sold for rent flyer so that you can see it. You're going to paste your MLS number of your own listing. You're going to accept your terms, press I agree, and then slide your images right into the space. If you don't like the order of the images that you've added, you can always retract or lift the image back up. Okay, now that I have all of my images in place, you can choose whether you want to omit the address or the price. I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to do for rent. You can pick profile photo or QR code. I'm going to do profile photo and pick a border. Then I'm going to roll down and confirm my information and either publish this as a PDF or a JPEG. I'm going to do PDF. And here is your for rent flyer done in just a few seconds with an MLS number. If you know how to do one, you know how to do them all. Let's do the open house flyer. You're going to put in the MLS number, accept your terms, drag your photos in place, and once they're in place, you're going to select open house or broker open house. You're going to add in the date. So let's do the 9th. We're going to get started at 10 a.m. We're going to finish at 11 a.m. We can choose to do an optional second day. You can either highlight your image or a QR code. Select the border. I'm going to do light gray and blue. Confirm my details, and now I'm going to create a PDF. And in just a few clicks with an MLS number, I now have an open house flyer as well. Again, if you know how to do one, you know how to do all of them. I'm going to move on down. You have your single property websites. These we did view when we were searching the OK to advertise list, but keep in mind that you are able to put any MLS number in place. You can choose an OK to advertise option. You can choose your own listing. Some offices will allow you to advertise listings within your own office. So this is a great section. It's under single property website, and you can pick different websites. In our last class, we picked template 3 with a black header. So let's show you template 2 with the white header. You can either view it with address or with no address. This is template 2 with the white header. They can go from photo to photo. Here is their details on that rental, interior and photos, contact information, and a nice, lovely big map at the bottom showing exactly where the property is located, places of interest, and the attribution is also listed. MLS listing courtesy of, with all of the details. Moving on down, we also have the ability to create a Craigslist ad. So I'm going to click on Craigslist. I am not a big Craigslist user, but you're able to simply put in the MLS number of the property, accept, of course, your terms, and then it'll provide both a summary ad and a detailed ad. So I'm going to click on summary ad. It'll give you an HTML. This is what's normally used when creating ads in Craigslist. And all you could do, at least for a preview, is click here on the top left-hand corner, and this will be your ad. You would still have to add in the photos. The detailed ad is also available if you're a Craigslist user. So mostly everything that you create inside of Agent 3000 is with an MLS number. I'm going to wrap with QR codes, and thank you guys for staying just a little longer so that we can cover everything. This is normally a 2-hour class. So if you'd like to take it in person, we'd love to have you. We're also providing this class in English and in Spanish through Zoom this month. So if you want to retake it, please do. Here we have a QR code with information of this MLS number. I can force a customer to put in an email address so that I can capture the lead and create a QR code. But you can create a V card as well, a URL QR code, and a text QR code. So for example, if I want to add in my contact information into a QR code, get QR code at the bottom, I can add this to all of my marketing. URL, if I have a particular website and I want to make a QR code out of it, I can. I have not found a good use for this, but I'm going to put class is done. Tap on the get QR code. If you were to scan this, you can see the secret message. But with that, it was an absolute pleasure to stay with you, well, all morning today. Some of you were with me in the morning, some of you are with me mid-morning, some are with me for both classes. Thank you so much for being a Miami member. These classes are recorded and available for you. I would love for you to just subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/miamitrainers, where you can find all of your tech. We also have micro learning that's also available for you. These are 15-minute classes that we have throughout the month. I hope you guys had a great morning. I hope you can attend in person, that you're excited about marketing and using the program. And thank you so much for being Miami members. Have a good day. You are very welcome. Bye, guys.